In this lesson, we're going to interface with the Download Manager. The Download Manager is a somewhat recent addition for the Android operating system, and it allows our application to download external files from a server. These files might be pictures, videos, music, documents, perhaps even data that's required for the application. The Download Manager allows us to initiate the download and to monitor when it's done, and also to control some display aspects. Our form just has a button for downloading, and there's a couple of things we need to do for the application. This is a somewhat recent feature for Android, so we need to target a minimum of Android 2.3, and in the Android manifest we use the API level 10. Before that, the Download Manager really didn't exist, so none of this will work. In the activity, we have our download button click. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a download receiver. This is a broadcast receiver. You might remember those, where we're looking for broadcast messages from intents. So we're going to create that receiver, and we're going to create an intent filter, and all we want is from the Download Manager the action download complete messages. So that's our filter, and then we're going to register our broadcast receiver. Our broadcast receiver is fairly simple. On receive, we're just getting a long from the extra data, and it's the download ID. The default value is -1 if there actually isn't an ID, which would be a little bit unusual in this case. I've put a breakpoint here so we can see when that hits. Now that we've registered our receiver, we can create our Download Manager, and we do that by getting a system service of type download service. Then we create the URI from where we want the download. In this case, I'm going to get the VTC logo image. I create a Download Manager request using the URI, and then optionally I can set the title, and this will appear in the Download Manager area on the device, and I can also set a description. The other thing I can do, which I'm not doing right now, is I can set the allowed network types, and I can set it to Wi-Fi or both, or just cell data. Because I'm using the emulator, the Wi-Fi doesn't work too well, so I've got that commented out at this point. But because your application is calling for downloads that may be significant in their volume, and there may be data charges associated with downloading, it's a nice option to be able to provide to just do that over Wi-Fi. Finally, we ask our manager to queue up our request. And when it's done, we should hit our broadcast receiver on receive method. So we'll run that. There's my download button. The download will have a little icon up here when it starts. And there it is. And I can pull that down, and you can see my title and description. And I'm downloaded. You can see that the icon went away, and I hit my breakpoint. And you can see I have a download ID of 7. And if I go to the downloads, There it is. So that's how to use the download manager.